Hello and welcome to the Konica Minolta showroom at Macquarie Park. My name is Tatiana Ferguson and I am the Product Marketing Manager for Industrial Print. With me today is James Rowland, our Technical Sales Specialist. As a brief introduction, Konica Minolta launched the Industrial Print portfolio in 2016 with 3 product categories. The B2 Plus UV inkjet digital presses, the KM1 and KM1E, the MGI range of digital embellishment solutions for spot UV and foil, and the AccurioLabel range. Behind us here you see the AccurioLabel 230, and today we're going to share with you some of its features and benefits. The AL230 is our 3rd generation label press with over 675 installations globally, 17 locally in use for various applications in the food, beverage and packaging markets. I'd now like to hand over to James, who will give you an overview of the press.
Hi, I'm James Rowland. Today I'd like to demonstrate to you our digital label press, the Konica Minolta AccurioLabel 230. This press is uniquely placed in the market to meet the demands of multiple businesses, whether they be established label converters looking for low to mid-volume digital solutions, commercial print businesses looking to branch into label packaging for the first time, manufacturers looking to bring label requirements in-house, or even small businesses looking to transition from cut sheet labels into roll labels. The AccurioLabel 230's capabilities make it a truly unique solution in the market. We have a dry toner print engine capable of printing 23 meters per minute. The print engine is 1200 dpi with 8-bit color technology, giving quality that rivals offset. Konica Minolta Symmetry HDE toner technology gives this machine such a wide capability of substrates, allowing us to print on paper and synthetic materials alike, all without the need to pre-coat the media, and in many cases the finished print surface is so robust we do not need any post-coatings like laminates or UV coating to protect the print. Speaking of robust print, our Symmetry HDE toner solution has extremely high color light fastness in UV light, meaning outdoor applications are perfectly suited to our press. Our color consistency, print after print, week after week, and month after month is very stable due to our auto-refining developer system. For media conveyance, we have our specially developed unwinder and winder systems. With air-operated mandrels, we can load rolls up to 620mm outside diameter, allowing us to load 2,000 plus meter rolls in most cases. The winders are each equipped with web guides to guide the substrate through the press straight and allow for registration accuracy of 0.5mm. We have air-operated dancer arms to act as web buffers, which gives the press the ability to operate at a consistent speed throughout a print run. Operator maintenance of the press is very easy. Operators are only required to clean external rollers of the excess adhesive once a month due to no side guides and optimal tension being applied to the web at all times. The AccurioLabel 230 has a few options for unique solutions that may be required, such as an overprinting kit that will allow printing in register to a pre-printed image. This allows for overprinting of digital CMYK over a pre-printed white as an example, or we can also print on the backside of a web for unique solutions such as ticketing. We also have an optional web cleaner for difficult substrates, and we can also offer optional crush knives that will allow web splitting on the press at full print speed. The Konica Minolta AccurioLabel 230 is versatile and easy to operate, with the included user interface and imposition software also included with each machine. Allow me to demonstrate the printing of 1,000 labels.
Okay, so here's our file that we're going to be using for printing. In order to print 1,000, we're going to need to impose or step it across our web as a repeat. So to do that, we're going to be using the included AccurioLabel impose. Every machine that goes out from Konica Minolta comes with a license of AccurioLabel impose. We install it on a customer's PC upstream of the print device. So let me take you through the functionality very quickly. We're going to start with new job. Now you can see that I have 2 options here, new job or new job with VDP. If we want, we can impose a PDF VT or a regular PDF for variable data, and it will impose it across the web and number it down the web for us automatically. In this case, we're just going to be doing a regular job. So first I'm going to start on the right here with our artworks. So in order to add artworks, I can click on the add artworks button, or I can drag PDFs in here. So I'm going to click on add artworks, choose our file and bring it in. Now, what we can see now is we have the ability to add a quantity. I'm going to add in the 1,000 labels here. We do have a couple more opportunities to do that further along if we need to. I can see the size of my label, 176 by 70, and what PDF page box I'd like to import it using. So we have the ability to import with either three of these options, and which one we use really depends on how your PDF's been set up from your customer. I'm going to go with media box for this one. On the left side, we've got some job details we can select. We can give it a name. However, if we choose to leave that blank, it will just take the PDF name, and that's what we'll be able to see on our print device. So I'm not going to waste my time doing that. Layout size, we have a 330 web printer here, so our layout size is 320. There is a 5mm area we can't get to on the edge of each side of the web. The machine limitation for page height. So this is how the software will calculate the repeat length for us. So in standard mode, we will create repeats up to 480 millimeters. However, if we did have a single label that was longer than 480, we can put the machine into banner mode, and that allows us to do repeats up to 1195 millimeters. Page height, basically option 1 here means the software will calculate the repeat length for us. All we have to do is import the PDF and choose our gaps, and the rest will be done automatically. However, if we're going to a standing die and we want to set the repeat manually, we can use exact height and type in any value we want there. When we're happy, I'm going to hit next. Now this window only pops up if there's spot colors in the PDF, and it gives us the ability to set a function to those spot colors. So a lot of spot colors could be for printing, so Pantone colors as an example, but a lot of the time we're going to have dye lines or, spot UVs or foils and things like that. So we've got two options here for those. Both of these options will be automatically removed from the PDF prior to printing, which is a really handy feature, saves a lot of time in pre-press. So this time it is a die line. So I'm going to set it to die line, and I'll show you how we can actually export the file we need to create a die shortly. When I'm happy with that, and click OK. So I'll just zoom this out. So that's our position at the moment, but I don't want to print at that orientation. So over here, I can reorientate the file any way I like. So I rotate it around. Obviously, I'm not using the full web anymore, so I'm going to change over here my columns, set it to 4. Now you will see I can change the quantity here as well if I need to. Up across this bar here, we have some options that help us in position. So we've got where we want to position it on the web, in the center or to the left. X and Y coordinates are where we'd like to start. These 3 boxes here are really handy for when you're imposing with different size labels. So if you wanted to run one job on the left and a completely different job on the right, these will set a gap between the labels that best suits to keep that repeat length the same. These 2 options here, we can put in anything we like, and this is our gaps between the labels up and down. So we can enter anything you like there. Up here, we've got another opportunity to add more artworks. We can also do the same over here. So you really can run 2 jobs on one web. We have the ability to assign special colors again if we missed one or we want to make a change. Output preview. So we can look at what our different colors look like. The export feature is really handy if we wanted to export that for a die line or a flexo plate for spot UV, things like that. We can export ready to go PDFs. And of course, I can't forget, we need to add an I mark to our job for post-processing. So if I click on a row of labels, it will anchor it to the top left. Over here on the right, I can change that I mark to any size I like. And then I can move it where on the item it's anchored to. So it can be anchored to a row of labels, it can be anchored to the page, anything you choose. So in this case, I'm going to put it over there, and then I'll select another column and add another one over here just in case. we might have a second process for our finishing and need another set of eye marks. Once we're happy with everything, we hit print. Couple options. Typically, you'll find you don't really need to do much in here. You just hit print again, but your options are color or black and white. So we can do black and white printing for a bit cheaper. We've got the ability to hold the print job at the rip on the press or go direct to print. Typically, I'd recommend going to the whole job and releasing it from the press. Pages, really handy for when you're doing variable data, if you want to print it in groups rather than print the whole thing. Output, I did mention this software will automatically remove dial lines from you, saving any further pre-press for your operators. However, you can go and put them back in for a proof, or you could have selected layers and you can print whichever layers you like. Color management, typically leave it on control or default, but if you're doing something a bit more unique, you can come in here and make any changes you like. But for now, we're simply going to hit print and send it down to the press.
Okay, so we're going to put the press into out of standby mode, and we're going to operate the air mandrel to remove the media. So in order to change to a new media, we have pneumatic air clamps here that will hold the webs tight for me so that I can split and bring on new media. Simply cut the media to remove the current web. And we're bringing our new media on, aligning it with our alignment here. Simply bring the new media up, reactivate our clamp. Simply bring the new media up, make nice cuts so we've got it nice and even. And we splice on the new media to the old. Reactivate our air mandrel, put the system back in standby. We set our paper to the machine. In this case, we have a pre-registered catalogue. We'll hit OK. So now we're ready to output. We can come to our job list. We just sent the strawberry jam label down recently, so there it is. Come into our job ticket. We've got a view of our job there. You can see my 1,000 labels will be 125 repeats of this here. I will apply my paper profile to the job, hit overwrite. Now I'm going to output to proof. So our proof has come up to the proof viewing window here. We do have a light to assist with checking a print. What happens on the screen over here? We have our job ticket has reopened. If we're happy with our output, we simply hit start. If we'd like to make any adjustments, we still can. So we can make color adjustments, things like that. But in this case, we are happy, so we're simply going to hit start. Now, we will see our print job here, and if I go to my reserve list, you'll see my 125 sets to print, 125 remain at the moment. This will take 2 minutes to print. Okay, so there you have it. 1,000 labels printed in just under 45 meters, taking only 2 minutes. Thank you for joining me for this very brief overview of the AccurioLabel 230. I'd like to pass you back to Tatiana now.
Thank you, James, and thank you all for watching. Our industrial print team would be delighted to discuss how we can help your business with your label needs. Please contact us with any questions or to arrange a personalised demonstration on the AccurioLabel 230.
Giving shape to ideas. Konica Minolta.